Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last part, we were trying to build up Nuclear City whilst at the same time fixing the population problems in Bridge City, which had a bit of a disaster in the previous winter when the heating plant ran out of logs to keep everybody warm. That caused quite a substantial drop in population, which then knocked on to our iron production and also our construction in Nuclear City. Fix to that was to actually put in another logging camp here, which should be in the process of being built. Just need to get it. It needs gravel. I suppose in some ways I don't think I've run out of gravel here. Now I think it's just a question of shipping it all in and getting it built. Now I've done a little bit of extra work in Bridge City here by putting in some more apartment blocks and a bus station. What we'll be able to do is get the residents up to here to work in our wood cutting plant. Now, what are we going to be doing in this part? Well, I've got quite a lot to do, and it's going to be mainly firefighting, because if I come up and show you here, my population has gone the opposite way since the previous winter. We're now getting plus 21s, and I'm pretty sure that they are up in this area here. Yeah, you can see it's all building up in here now. But the problem I've got is that the population is exploding and I am developing problems. I am getting brownouts because of the power shortage despite importing electricity. And as Seaform pointed out in a comment, that I am getting to the limit of my crop production. I really need another farm in here as well. If I click on here, you see that I think I've got virtually everything harvested now, because we're on the 26th of October. I don't really have that much in my silos. And this isn't going to last all the way round to the next year. So I'm going to need to have a solution. So I'm going to need to plan a farm. And that farm needs to get in as quickly as possible so that I can plant it in March. And I was looking at this area here. Problem is it's not exactly flat. If I put on the wireframe, you'll see, I mean, we've got a few flat areas to put a farm on. But the problem's going to be is how am I going to get the... Gonna have to be within range. So it needs flat terrain. I mean, I've got a little bit of a wedge there. Maybe if I can just get this in, say about here, if I can flatten this area off a little bit, because we're gonna need to get a road in here. Of course, we're gonna need to build a silo as well. Can't build. I can push that out a little bit as well. I think if we can get a road across. Now I've got some flat areas. Don't do that to me, game. That's bringing the road. That's bringing everything up too high, isn't it? Yeah. That's too close. If I go that way. That might bring it down a little bit. I flatten this across like that. Maybe let's get it out there. And we're not too worried about the terrain out. No. Okay, let's see if we can get the farm in there. It's not exactly going according to plan. Hopefully, if we can get that squeezed on there. Because we're going to have to put a grain silo in as well. I want this in close enough so that it can draw power. Don't break that factory connection, please. Yes. And what we're going to need to do now is get a road across the front. I think we're going to go with... I don't like that. It's just if I take the road out like that. I'm building with the wrong roads as well. We come in like that. Doubt if I could get a road there, can I? I get a road out here. Maybe come across to here. pick that up. I mean, part of me says come out like we're not really going to be able to build but fields there, so if I can kind of come across like that, and then maybe we're road down to there. We'll get our road crews working on that. Hopefully these will get picked up. Let's turn the wireframe off. So the big problem is going to be getting this built in time for winter, and then effectively getting the dirt roads out here to get some fields in. So we're probably not going to get this running all that efficiency. So these are being picked up by our road crews. I think what we probably could do is kind of the Volno road crew. Yep. Get you on the job as well. What I've also done is I've built this road through here. Because I mean, this is going to be more of a tourist road plus the coal industry over here. So we've got our farm worked out now. Now the next thing I want to do is just open up the map here. And we're going to come right over to here. Because the progress over here is just way too slow, and I think it's because it's taken such a long time to bring the resources in. Oh, get this bill. Assign you to Bridge City. So you can, I think you can be supported by Trout Lake. And I was looking at this little area here, and I think what I could do is get in. You see, I just want a small gravel store here. We get that, if I can wedge that in there, and then what I would like to do is have a warehouse as well. And the idea is this warehouse will supply that, and then what we're going to do is if I can get a small open store in here. I want it as close to the road as I can get it. At the same time, we've got to be able to connect in the warehouse. Okay. And you can connect there. Right, this has got Trout Lake. I want the rib road crew on that one. And I think what we'll do is we'll get all of them on this one. So you can add you as well. And then if we get this built up, then I can start bringing over resources using this distribution office, and then that'll bring these resources in closer to here. And then we can start building up this area here, but I think it's going to take a very long time here, because one thing I do need to get in is heating. If you watched the previous video, I think I put a gravel store in here, and I've actually removed it because I in preference for that. And what I do need to do is get a heating plant here. And the other thing I'm half thinking about is to do with the food situation, that we may put a small food factory over here, similar to what I've done before. But I'm not sure. Let me just have a quick look at what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I can get a small food factory on this corner. Let me just take a look. Where is it? No, it's not. I mean, we got a meat store there. So what we may have to do is put the food factory, say, over here somewhere, and then put another little storage area so that we can ship the crops into here and then ship them across, and put another warehouse over here so that we can use this warehouse for dual storage. That might be an option, but I don't want to commit to that just yet. I've still got more work to do, because the other thing I need to do is sort out the power, because we are getting the brownouts. And I have an idea for another coal-fired power station here, because what I should be able to do is, if I show you the conveyors, oops, gotta make sure we get the right one. We could, oh, it's not that one, it's this one, isn't it? We could possibly get a conveyor in over here across to a coal-fired power station here. The first thing I'm going to need to do is replace this technical office, technical services, and what I'd like to do is try and get this over as far as possible. About as far as we're going to get it, isn't it? Just going to put the, get this built, or placed is probably a better term, and get the, what was it, Draori road crew in here. Once this is built, we'll move the snow plows to here, knock this down, and then see if we can fit a coal-fired power station in there. I think I've got a power connection over here that I can put stuff. Yeah, so we might have to do is fiddle the power cables here. So what I might have to do is, let me just see if I can get in a voltage splitter. Needs flat terrain. Maybe it's going to be a little bit high, isn't it? But if I put this, say, about here, and then I think we can use a dirt road here. Sometimes you can just sneak them in like that. And I've just put that there as a marker. In fact, what I could do is make sure I can just put those in. Oh, we've got a fire again. And we'll assign the Pristina road crew to that, and this, I need to check where that fire is. Oh, what we got here burning? Oh, the fire crews are out, coming out. It's okay. I think somebody left a comment about fires and said that they don't like them. Which is, I can quite understand that sentiment. I must admit, fires are a little bit irritating in this game. And I have to admit, there have been times when I thought I won't bother with them. But at the same time, there's part of me that says that it's part of the game and it's part of what you need to do as plan. So at the moment, I'm quite happy to let things carry on. So we've now got this area here working. And we got the train there. Now, something else I want to do. I will get around to the food situation in a little while. What are you doing? What are you? Okay, what's bothering you? There's a signaling issue. I was playing around with the signals in this area recently. Let me just check. That chain signal. What I did off camera is I actually split this up a little bit in an attempt to make life a little bit easier. He's happy now. And chain signal in there. The semaphore there. Thank you, game. Oops. I think what I'll do is I'll just put a big signal in like that so that he can come up here. Then what I want to do is just finish off those little bit sections of track. Plan is to eventually bring this area into production, but I do want to sort out, actually we could, no, I don't think I'm going to do that in this part, because I want this train to finish off this area and go out this way a little bit before I bring the train into action there. How's the population going? We've got 241, 244 over 21s. Okay, let's just try and move some of them out. I don't know where I could put them. Probably the biggest. I think we could probably put some more into Bridge City. Put some. I mean, I don't really have a lot of space, so you can see this area's full up completely. Let's just have a look over here. Starting to think I'm going to need to get this built in order to take the main overflow. And got some space here for workers, and as I said, as Seathorn pointed out, the problem is population keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's outstripping my food supply. Just get we got some educated people over here as well, and I've got a school here, so put some. Probably haven't quite absorbed all the. I can see they're all moving in as quickly as possible, so. But let's just really pump them in. What's that? Still got 130. Got a kindergarten there that's operating. And we've got another food shop here. Something tells me that I'm probably going to need another food shop over here, because I think we're now starting to get on the extreme limit of this area here. Plus, I'm not convinced this shop's going to be able to. Yeah, you can see straight away. Oh, all the things sent to challenge us. Wasn't really originally planning on. Here comes winter. I think what we'll do is we'll put another shopping centre here. And I think I will go big time though as well with the warehouses. Oops. We put a. What's that? Not connecting. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of try and get the road up a bit like that. And, the road's on the wrong side. Can I get the road down through here? Yes, I can. So we'll get the shop in here. We got the warehouse here that we can fit in behind, and we'll just get all that built. Now, food. Let's just see how we doing over here. Right, this is going in quite quickly. We are in winter. How are we doing over here? There's been. I think what we're going to do is put the Orno road crew and that on there. Just try and push that along a little bit. Right, we got work. Oh, we got a fire here. I didn't see the notification for that, but it's under control. I got plenty of workers here. Yes, I have. I need a. Really need a vehicle depot out here or something in order to buy vehicles. Let me just go over here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy... I don't want a big bus. I want something that's 63, 685. I don't want... I mean, what I would really like is something like a 35-seater, but I don't think we can actually do that. No, 45 passengers. I think maybe we're going to have one of those. And then what you're going to do is... pick you up there. And get rid of the tourists. Got to remember to remove the tourists. And then you're going to unload workers there. This actually got power or something. Yep. And then what we're going to do is get some... I was thinking it was Snafu said to use the proper open hull. So we'll get 3 of those in there. Okay. We need to get bridge construction on there. How are we doing for logs? Yes, still a bit shaky, isn't it? Makes me wonder whether this isn't really up to providing the heat to this area anymore. Anyway, let's just see how... You've got crops there. I think what we're going to do is I need to do some adjustments to these. What is that place called? Small farm. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take small farm off of these distribution offices. I can find it. Yep. So we're going to remove you and remove you. Food silo, food silo. I think it's small. There's a link to small farm in here. And take you off there. And at the moment, all I want is for this distribution office to keep this full, so that we can keep the food production flowing into here. I think the best short-term solution is to actually bring some crops into here. So we're just going to turn this down, get rid of the electrical components, close. I think I'm going to keep the food for the moment, get rid of the alcohol, fabric, and the chemicals. That gives me 110 tons there. I think that's probably a bit too much for mechanical components. Get rid of the plastics as well. It would drop the mechanical components down to 69 tons. That gives me 120 tons of food. Maybe we'll drop that to 103. That gives me 207 ton storage capacity for the crops. And what I'd like to do is deliver the crops to here and then adjust the distribution offices that supply this area to take crops from here and here. I know it means I'll be importing all the crops from this area here, but I think that will fill the gap until I can actually get some more farms up and running. So what we're going to do is come in here and we're going to buy a train. I don't really need something that's going to be super fast, although fast would be nice. 85 tons. I mean, it's not going to be a big train, so I don't need something that's... I think maybe we'll just go with that. Cargo wagons, I think it's box carts we need, isn't it? Now, let me just think. I need to look at something. Yeah, we got this road here, which means I can't really put a super long train in here. What I'm going to have to do is cargo wagons. I mean, the distance isn't great, so if I buy 3 box cars, yeah, I think if we go 3, that should be short enough to do things. And then what I'm going to do is, I mean, this shoots all my self-sufficiency plans out the windows, but at the end of the day, sometimes every country in the world needs to import goods, wait until unloaded, get you up and running. And what we'll do is we'll get the train can go out and start bringing in the crops to here. And then what I'm going to have to do then is untangle this mess here. But I think we're going to need to... How is everybody here? We seem to be short of electronics. What is going on? 325 people could not get electronics. Oh, what we got here? We find that to Pristina as well. So, yeah, we got no electronics. Oh. I mean, do I have electronics up here? I think this might be the consequence of the fact that I was trying to move everybody up to here. To use the electronics from here. We're not actually producing any electronics. Is that the end of the world? That's the question, isn't it? I think in some ways it's not the end of the world, plus given the fact that my over 21s are going through the roof. Maybe a little bit of an upset to the population growth might not be such a bad thing. This is an ambulance. There seems to be a bug in this area with respect to the footpath here. And this is not the first ambulance I've had stuck in here. And the only real solution is to just sell him, then replace him. I've tried other solutions, but it just doesn't work. 90 kilometers an hour, 100 kilometers an hour. I'll just put in one of those. It's almost like they go into this area here, and then they try to come out here. But even if I try and change this footpath here, it doesn't seem to have any real effect. That we're back up to here again. Wow. So we've got this here. So, I mean, I am half considering putting another food factory in here. The trouble is that I was going to put tourism in here, and I'm not sure I've really got the space for... I mean, I'd have to put in, say, a factory up here, or a warehouse up here, and then... I mean, it's going to be a bit close to the residents as well. I mean, this is a big city. I think we got... What's the unemployment like at the moment? Yeah, we got loads of people unemployed. I think at the moment I'm just going to stay with what I've got and see how I can sort things out. So we've now got crops coming into here. And what I need to do is, wow. Oh. Let me just check the distribution offices up here. Right, this distribution office. Are you... I think I've now changed this one, so... Crops overflow. Where are you? Oh, you're the harvesting one, aren't you? Where do you deliver to now? You've got central clothes and the fabric factory. So you're exclusively delivering to here. I don't think I really want you delivering to there anymore. What I would like to do is to add you to here. I want to keep you to keep that 50% full. Okay, let's just remove these. I think what I'd like you to do is to actually unload the crops there. So what you'll be doing is using the crops in this area to keep this going. And then what we're going to do is run the factory and everything else from here. Let me just see who is delivering crops to here. Ah. Yeah, you've got nothing to do with crops. I mean, I really need to rename these areas here. Okay, you've got nothing to do with crops. What are you guys actually delivering over here then? Okay, you're loading from the small farm and delivering from there. So this is the one I want to add. Okay, you're already assigned to that warehouse there. What is this? What is this warehouse then? Okay, let me just sort this out. I think we'll rename this Izia Crops and Mech. That should help it make me. I should be able to make this, see this a bit better. Okay, let's start from the top then. I'm gonna really need to sort out these things here. You're picking up crops from there and there, and you are delivering them to the fabric factory and the warehouse. Right, so I think what we're going to do is take you off of there, and then we're going to add you to you're going to pick up crops, and then you're going to drop that off at the fabric factory. And where's central close? What are you dropping off at central close? Where is it? Central close. And I also want you to unload there. So that means you can deliver the crops to central close in the fabric factory, which will ensure that my meat supply will keep going. Right, you can pick up the small farm, deliver them to Drayton. You need to pick up from. Okay, you're. Small farm, Drayton, small bar, meat storage, crops and mechanics, and you can pick up the crops there, and that will also deliver that to the small barn. Right, you're shipping food. This is good. I think what I really need to do is sort these distribution offices out, so that what's actually happening is that one office deals with one storage. I've got. Let me just check what these guys are doing. And we've got this little distribution office here. It's picking up from the fields, and it's moves from this, and it's delivering to the small barn. I think what we could do is Virginia, medium field, small field. So where are you guys at the moment then? You're parked up. Good. Your job is to, and we're just going to add you. and your job is going to be to pick up crops. And what we're going to do is push the... Oops, you keep still, please, game. No. Job of these guys is to keep this barn full of crops, so this keeps going. Actually, I wouldn't mind adding, yeah, because we've got spare capacity here, so if I add you to that as well, unload crops. And I think we're just going to add a couple of other small covered holes on here. Right, now I know I've got dedicated vehicles here as well. I put in to try and keep everything going smoothly. Let's see what's available. Okay, there we are, customs house. I want you picking up from the customs house now. What I want to do is put you onto this one, and you're going to load the crops, and we're going to remove the customs house from here. So you're going to pick your crops up from here as well. So that should keep that going. I just want to make sure, just check here, all related vehicles. I think I put another one in here as well. That's heading for the building. Let's have a quick look. Your shipping close. That's a distribution office. I think what I'm going to do now is just give this a chance to settle down. Hopefully we're just going to keep this meat supply going. We don't have a lot of meat here, but I think once we got the crops flowing into there, it'll be a bit better. And what we should get now is we've got the crops flowing into here, which is going to keep the chemical factory going. And hopefully that will... See, these are already emptied out. I think you'll find that a lot of the crops have actually gone up to here. We've only got 158 tons of food up here. So really this farm needs to be supplying the area here, Northern Construction, get the, and actually we'll get both of them working on this, and we need to get the road connection into here. You built, and ideally what I would like is to have gravel roads out here, but I think we're going to need to plan the crops. I don't want big fields, I want small, medium fields. I can get yeah, another field like that. And can I get a big field here? Or I can get one big field here. I can do that. And hopefully what I could do is get a gravel road through there. Just put that up there. Oops. Just love building in the snow. We come, kind of bring you back to there. There. Volno road crew, where are you? You can't afford to sit around and do nothing. Let's assign you to this gravel road so I can see them in the snow. Oh. We got a couple of medium fields. Again, get a medium field in there. Maybe a little bit further south. I get small ones. A couple of small ones there. Could I get a small one in here? Got a small one just in there. And I could probably flatten this area to get bigger fields in there. So I think what we're going to do is just hold off on that area there. And of course we're getting a little bit too much height here. I'll leave a gap there. We can slip a road through there. If I put a field there and possibly a small one just by the bridge tunnel there. And we'll just let all this build in very quickly. Oh, isn't this fun? How's the... Yeah, I've got 496 over 21s. How's the... the food situation here? And the food situation isn't brilliant, but we can bring food in from here to here should we need it. Okay, we got our new place built here, and these could be right. We'll just assign you to the Northern Construction crew, and we'll assign you to the main crew. Really feel the need to get this shop up and running here. Eventually we will get this shop up and running. I don't think any... Well, I suppose these people could walk to here. I think what we're going to do is just move some population again. I can almost guarantee it's going to be in this area. We've got 49. So I think if we just keep pulling them out of the People's Palace, I think we'll put them into, and we'll just scatter some educated people around as well. Yeah. This area is filling up as well. Yeah. How's that? We've got 350. Wow. I've already put 300 people into here already. I think what we're going to do is just let that run, because sometimes this figure will drop because it takes a little while for the residents in this area to realise that there's some accommodation over here. So we're just going to let that rebalance. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll pull some workers out of here, put them into... Okay, we're going to get some educated people into here. That's set up. Let me just check here. Looks like there's no connection here. We just check the footpaths. Yeah, there's no footpath from there. From there. Right. I think what we're going to try and do, if I come into here, sport, where's sport playground? We get an athletics club just tucked in there. Yeah, we can. So we'll get an athletics club in there as well. I'm sure everyone's going to start complaining about that they don't have access to sport. People don't have access to food. How are we doing here? Yeah, I mean, we got food here. Now that's possibly under control. What I want to do now is start distributing the food from here. See, you can see how quickly the food is going down. I mean, we got crops in this area, but I'm not convinced this is going to last me until next August, because we're only in February at the moment. And in some ways, I'd rather this. Oh, look at that! We're running out of trees. I'd rather this just kind of bed down over a period of time. Just going to put some more trees in here. Not that I really need them as such, but doesn't do any harm to put in here. You weren't assigned to an office. That's a bit of a fail, but that's okay. Oh, we got fire again. It's my production train. Right, this is built. We need... Oh, that's not this one, isn't it? Right, this is finished. 5 vehicles. I certainly want some good tractors. What we got here? I think these are modded ones, aren't they? B22, 28, 24, 24. I think we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Covered holes in here. And I think we'll just go straight with the harvesters. Right, I need to get these fields connected. You're assigned. You're not assigned. Okay, I should be able to assign these now. We'll do it with dirt roads. I think we're okay just for the moment. What we can do is just put the dirt roads in. Hook you up to there. You up to there. And these guys should be... yeah, they're waiting for gravel. I mean, that's the main construction road through to there. Okay, we've got nice and green. Silo, Northern Construction, Justinia. Get these built and then we can connect in the roads. And we should get a reasonable number of fields. Oh, we got a tunnel there. I wonder if I can put the fields over tunnels. Nope. Sneak that medium field in there. So now you can get a road over the over a tunnel, but you can't build on top of a tunnel. Okay, this is now built, so will you oblige me, game, to do the auto detect? I'll just give you a bit of assistance. Can get what's the wow. I mean, I could try and flatten this area with I push this through. Start there. Oops. Come on, game. You want to do it. Just flatten this. It'd be really nice to get a couple of reasonable size fields in this corner here. I mean, it doesn't have to be dead flat, it just needs to be flat enough to take some fields. So we can get some fields in here. Medium fields, well, I can get one big medium field in here now. Slot it in there. And got that hooked in. It's been found. I mean, you can't actually see where it is. I think it's because I did the leveling. Can we squeeze a small field on this corner? Just had another fire, which I didn't notice. Off the wireframe now. We've got our harvesters sowing going out like that. How's the crop supplies? See. I'm really tempted to possibly even take off this chemical warehouse from here so that all the crops are pushed up to here, so I can actually start ensure I'm producing loads of food for this area. I got 290 over 21s again. Thank you, game. So we've now got some crops coming in here. It's going to slow the game up a bit. I don't know how I managed to get up onto that high speed area. I need a distribution office. I thought I had a distribution office up here. Okay, we're gonna have to get a distribution office in here somehow. Okay, medium distribution office. Let me get you here. Okay. I mean, I'm sure I had a distribution office here, but when this one's not doing much because it's keeping this area pretty full. So what I could do is and you can ship food out to here. We're going to put the limitations on. Not going to store crops or chemicals or fabric. Don't want alcohol either. Keep clothes. Don't need plastics. Don't need mechanical components. Don't need electrical components. So 90 tons of food and 90 tons. In fact, that's probably a little bit over the top, isn't it? So if I open this up a little bit like that and then reduce the electronics a little bit and the food and the food there. And where was this? It was this one, wasn't it? We just come down. Got 12 tons of clothes. What we could do is, where are you? Where are you gone? Okay, you're already there. So what are you picking up from? What is this right place? We just... What else are you picking up from chemical warehouse? Okay, you're already picking up clothes. So what we could do is add clothes to that as well. Not getting that much in the way of clothes. Maybe we need to reduce that clothes down a smidge. Increase the food supply. We can get round to the electronics over time. I do really need to sort out this distribution offices. And I think I've just run out of time here. So what we're going to do is just give a quick recap of where we got to. Obviously got a bit of a queue here. Guys who want to pick the crops up. It looks like I've got a bit too much going on here. Of course, we've got trucks picking up mechanical components and all sorts of stuff here. So what I've done effectively done is moved the traffic jam over to here. Because of course this isn't really set up, although they are moving pretty steadily. And as long as they're keeping the crops flowing into there. No, you're not really keeping the crops flowing, are you? Okay, I'm going to need to rethink this strategy a little bit. I think what I'm going to have to do is completely rework this distribution system and see how it goes. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.